Hello one and all, it's Nerdcraft here, bringing you game one out of a best of three series here, spawning on the lower left-hand corner of Entombed Valley. Sorry, spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Entombed Valley is going to be our red Protoss player, Team Grubby's very own founder, manager, financial director, and representative, as well as player, ace player, Grubby, and who he actually recently made a splash a bit in the community by announcing he's going to be mentoring Millennium Feast, who is currently participating in the IEM World Championship. Haven't really been keeping up with it, unfortunately, because I know, talk about bad. It's mainly because the I have midterms coming up, and I've been studying my ass off with midterms. They're in science classes too, chemistry and biology classes. So that's why I haven't been paying attention to that. But Millennium Feast, really good player. He's a former Warcraft 3 player. And Grubby kind of just mentoring him, tutoring him, or whatever. Taking him under his wing, where his... I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, his opponent spawning on the upper left-hand corner is going to be our blue Terran player, which is the wrong color because he is known as the Devil Terran, EGDeMusliM. Actually, he did not win the War of Roses, the War of Roses Invitational, so I can't say that he's the best. I can't say that he is the best, best StarCraft 2 player in the United Kingdom, which I heard recently Scotland was like talking about forming their own independent nation, which would be pretty cool, but at the same time pretty weird, because then like the UK would actually literally be cut in half. I saw it in the news. I saw like a little bit of it in the news once, and that was all I saw. So the Muslim is going to be going for a command center first, putting that down around the 16 supply mark. Talk about really, really early. And against Protoss players, not exactly risky. Of course, whenever you put down a 16 command center or 16 nexus, it's always going to be risky. But on Entombed Valley, it can be a little bit safer because it's a very large map. At least I consider it not very large, but it's a large map, maybe the size of Tall Dream Altar. Actually, I'm not sure. Which, speaking of which, talk about, oh man, really getting sidetracked now. They're actually holding a vote. Blizzard is holding a vote to see which GSL map they should add into Season 6 map pool. I think it was Season 6. Yeah. No, is it Season 5 or Season 6? 6 or 7 or 5, one of the two. I know Season 5 has been used, I'm pretty sure. So, or 4 has been. So whichever season it is, whether it's 5, 6, or 7, they plan on putting a GSL map, another GSL map into the map pool, which is going to be freaking awesome because those guys know how to make maps. We see here that Grubby pushing forward with a single zealot. The probe is gonna see, oh wow, that's morphing into an orbital command. That was early. And that single zealot's gonna be able to check out, no, it didn't take out the SCV. But the Marines are kinda like, hey, you want a warm welcome? So the SCV hiding over there, gonna cancel the bunker. If he doesn't cancel the bunker, that'd be pretty odd on his part. SCV does go down. Okay, it was canceled. It's like, the Muslim, you're getting me nervous here. And SCV is being transferred / pulled. Going to be able to take out the Zealot. One Zealot doing a lot of doing a lot of damage actually. Just, well, not really direct damage, but, just being very annoying. Putting EGDeMuslim's attention in other places, which, you want to have your full attention focused on your macro, your building placement, your structures, productions, things like that. Instead of like microing around, because EGDeMuslim has no gas, so for all we know he could have been wanting to get his gas down, but then had to deal with the Zealot, and then delayed the gas a little. And you can see the Stalker went forward there, tried to just get a little poke up. You're gonna see that yes, there's quite a bit of Marines there now, and that takes out my shield. So Grubby has gotten his expansion up as well. The EGDeMuslim does know about it, as you can see from the decaying parts of SCV by that pylon. And seriously, Protoss though, I just want to say this, Protoss, freaking cool race. As we see that 4 gates has now just finished, so Grubby might be going for a 4 gate, but he's not morphing this gate, so that could actually be seen as some sort of, it can be seen as a way of controlling his production. He just wants to make sure that he's not he's not making too much. He doesn't want to, you know, have 4-gate production or stuff like that. But there is just a lot of Marines there from EGDeMusliM. You may ask how many Marines. Well, I'll tell you that would be 10 Marines. So that's quite a bit of Marines there. And we have another supply depot coming up, so that is going to complete the wall. And Grubby is going to be going for a 4-gate robo, as we can see there. I gotta stop saying that. As we can see, reactor coming up here on a single barracks. Well, that's because it's the only one of other barracks that's available for add-ons. So, guessing that there's going to be quite a bit of a biomic from EGDeMusliM. He's known for just going straight bio when it comes to. No, he's not really known for it, but he's a player that does go straight bio when it comes to PvT. There's always that Nada style of PvT that I've been trying recently, and it's actually a lot harder than you thought. You need a lot of gas for that build because you get siege tanks and banshees, and then you only get like 1 medevac or something like that. You do not have that much medevacs, and you get marauders and marines as well, but more marines than marauders. So we have a robotics bay coming up for Grubby, as you can see. Dang, that was awesome. I did not expect it to be there. That's the first time I'm just like, robotics bay, bam, it's there. Really cool. It's like, usually I spend so much time looking for freaking buildings. And we also have double forges coming up, so no surprise there. Protoss always going double forge. They really are a race that's unfortunately very reliant upon the upon upgrades, because in Brood War, for those who don't know, in Brood War, Zealots were a lot faster, and they're a lot faster than they are in this game, and they just did not die. They were really tough units, and they just dealt out so much freaking damage. And also Zerglings didn't come two to an egg, and Zerglings were twins as well, and they were actually kind of a threat. They're not just like, oh cute, he's got Zerglings. So you see this little micro dance here coming up from EGDeMusliM and Grubby. Grubby actually taking out quite a bit of Marines there. If we look, 2 kills for that stalker, 1 kill for just 3 Marines. Never mind. Another reactor coming up, and this one is also going to be on a barracks. So surprisingly, no factory has come up yet. Oh wait, maybe there was a factory. Yes, there is a factory. You could say I saw the armory, like, oh, there has to be a factory. If there has to be a factory, if there's an armory being built, if I recall. Yeah, that's right. Observer coming in, going to see it all. He sees all. He knows all. He is the observer, coming to a theater near you this summer. Okay, I didn't do that right. It's got to be, he knows all. He sees all this summer. Prepare for the observer. Man, I should not have done that. That kind of just killed my throat a bit. So EGDeMusliM is getting ready for his third. Grubby just put down his third a couple seconds ago while I was pretending I was the guy who makes videos, or who does previews, trailers, and EGDeMusliM going to get his third done right there. I think I've already mentioned that. Oh, the orbital command, the captain of the orbital command quickly said, I don't want to be a stupid land mass. I want to be able to fly and soar. I want to fly like an eagle. The factory is indeed going to catch that army coming up, as well as the pylon. So EGDeMusliM should be paying attention to this. He should be ready. He does have a single missile turret up, and he does not have any Vikings. Oh wait, he did make 2 medevacs, and nice there from Grubby, knowing that, thinking that the third was probably going to be put up. So he puts some force fields down there where the rocks should be. He's going to try and deny this this expansion. Oh man, it's a slaughter. That Colossus is having one hell of a heyday with just the sheer amount of death of SCVs that he's doing. We have the engagement not happening yet. This single Colossus, 13 kills, and all those kills are SCVs. You can see that single Colossus comes in and is sniped off right away. Quick stim forward, sniped off, and then getting back, so EGDeMusliM does not lose any forces. I do not believe he has charge. No, he doesn't. He does have Twilight Council, though, because he's researching Blink. And that's something about Protoss players will never really understand, is why, if you have a lot of Zealots in your army composition and less Stalkers, why do you insist upon going Blink still? It's just like, I think charge would be a great idea, as we see 2-2 level weapons and armor coming up for the Protoss player. Man, I was doing so good earlier today when I was casting. Now I'm just kind of slipping up. The factory coming in, getting the full scout. EGDeMusliM, he's all again. He knows all this summer. Experience the factory. He knows all. He sees all. There you go. I figured since the Observer had one, the factory might as well get one. So Vikings still being produced from EGDeMusliM, which can be a little scary because if he does get charged, these Zealots are not going to die easy. And level 2 weapons is on its way, but they do have level 2 ground armor, which is very, very good. And as soon as 2-2 is done, 3-3 most likely going to be researched as well. You see that the Observer is still alive somehow. And Grubby, he also knows pretty much what's going on. Pylon being put down over there. I really like that. That's what I love about Protoss players, is that you know, they have to put pylons down everywhere, and it can create really interesting scenarios where you just have, you know, a bunch of chargelets coming in from behind on the bio, kind of like squeezing them in against Colossus fire or like storms, things like that. It makes it really very interesting. And you can see that an engagement is going to be coming up. I do not mean to press that, but hey, you know, we're going to be going into it anyway. Grubby's going to need to keep his Colossus in the back. Nice blink there. Going to be able to pick off a single Viking. No, still not picking off a single Viking. Not being able to focus down the ones that are in low health. Guardian shields are up. Nice force fields there from Grubby. Going to prevent that army from coming in. He's going to allow himself some more time to get that Psionic Storm finished. We can see that the third looks like it's going to be the choice battlefield for EGDeMusliM. The Marines taking a little shot at the Stalkers here, and now it's just all down to positioning, which I really love about this game. It's like there's so many just different positioning, and putting some photon cannons up to kind of just add to that, you know, add some extra oomph to that army. But luckily for EGDeMusliM, he does have vision. I think he took out a Colossus. Did he? Yes, he did take out a single Colossus there, and a couple of Zealots. The fourth now being established for EGDeMusliM as well. But the problem with that fourth is that pylon, probe, pylon, probe should probably put pylon down there or here. Pretty much it's going to be really easy for Grubby to go out and say, oh, I noticed you have a third over, or a fourth over here. I think this would be nice if I killed it, and just do those warpins. It also creates opportunity for movement. I feel that I've seen this from Grubby before. Oh, that was another game that I casted. That was like really quick, and I just didn't feel it was worth. I didn't feel it was worth putting up on the channel because, you know, I want to make sure they're high-end, exciting games. This is pretty much like the stim goes in, and it's pretty much the stim does go in, and all of a sudden, bam, over. Like he stims up the ramp. His opponent stims up the ramp, and Grubby GG's. Nice feedback going down on one of the medevacs there. Sucks to be that high Templar though. However, this gave Grubby plenty of time to get his army in position. We see now two maxed out Terran armies and Protoss armies. The chargelets coming in. Those are 2-2 chargelets. The storm's going down, but not hitting a lot of stuff. Actually, never mind. The Colossus do go down. 2 Colossus do go down, but all the Vikings are gone now. So this Colossus is going to reign supreme. It is just Stalkers, Sentries, and a single Archon with a Colossus being morphed right now. With the rest of this Bio army. This Bio army is actually 2-2, so they should be pretty well matched in upgrades. But I'm surprised. This is just making Protoss look. Imba. Like back in the day, when Protoss was the dominative race, because, you know, not much people had figured out, or people haven't figured out those really good builds for Zerg and Terran yet. But man, this is just really nice. This takes me back to when I did start casting. You know, when Protoss was just like so awesome. You know, you get those big death balls of Stalkers and Colossus. Of course, this is like a little miniature death ball. This is a baby ball. That's what it is. That Marauder going to see the fourth go down and gonna kill a... No, not even gonna kill a probe. Did he even get shield damage on that? He got a little... Or like real damage. He got a little damage, but nowhere near killing him. And this planetary fortress has been seen. Don't know how it was seen. I think an observer possibly. Or the probe that came up here. That's probably what happened there. 2 Stalkers and a High Templar. Not exactly going to be the best choices for taking out a planetary fortress, but, you know, we'll see how Grubby does this. He does have a High Templar, so that means he can storm that mineral line, and that's pretty much what he wants to do. Stalkers going forward, just trying to see. All right, what do you call it? What does your wall look like? And this is really smart from Grubby, putting the Stalkers there so that the SCVs are forced to go over here. And now there is a storm available on this High Templar. Come on, lay it down, lay it down. I want to see that awesome storm go down on this go down on all these SCVs. Now those Stalkers blinking away. Come on, Oh, Grubby, you're so annoying. Oh, man, that was also amazing, too. That feedback, that High Templar was pretty much thinking this. He's like, okay, all right, ready? All right, gotta focus my mind powers. Gotta focus my mind powers. Go create a storm. I'm gonna create a storm. I'm gonna electrocute these guys. They're gonna die, and I'm just gonna be happy. And the executor will be extremely proud of me. I'll be awarded great honors and everything. I'll become a part of the Kala. And then I was like, ooh, that's all right. Now we're gonna do it. Ooh, medevac. Then bam. Oh yeah, 4 Marines for free. What up, son? Gonna be focusing down those Vikings. He did take one out, but one is really low health. You can see Grubby getting ready to push. He's got 5 Colossus and a lot of High Templar. Now this is scary right here. Really good spread on his High Templar as well. I love that from Grubby. He's also getting Gravitonic Boost. He did put a Storm down there, but you know there's enough. Oh, actually no, there's only 2 medevacs, so it's not like it's going to be really easy to heal everything. Oh man, these storms. You know, you usually see ghosts go forward on Protoss armies and then, you know, put down an EMP or a snipe. But this is exact opposite. I mean, what's going on here? The Terran's playing like a Protoss and Protoss is playing like a Terran. Massive storms go down. Holy crap, why don't I have Control W here anymore? This Colossus just eating away through this entire bio army. He doesn't even care that the Vikings are up there. He is going to kill everything before the Colossus can die. A couple Marines thinking they can flank. They think they're heroes. 3 Colossus are now down. And again, more from the reinforcements from the back. And there's the GG from EGDeMusliM. Oh, man, I have not seen a PVT like that for a long time. That just brings me back to the day. And, wow, that's what it looks like when a Colossus dies. Oh, man, that just reminded me of the good old days back when I played Protoss. And everyone complained about Protoss being IMBA. And then, you know, the massive, like the mass nerfs and everything. You know, just where you get all those stalkers and you get everything. You got Stalkers and Sentries, High Templar, and just massive amounts of Colossus, and nothing but death rain from the sky. Oh, those were the days. Those were the days. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I enjoyed casting it. Stick around for game number 2. Please subscribe to my channel so that way, man, that's a lot. Sorry, that's a lot of blood right there. Oh, jeez, that's going to suck to be the person that has to clean that up. But please subscribe to my channel so that way you know when the videos do get up, as well as you know, kind of ease of access to everything. You just you don't have to watch this game from like a search and then you see that on the side, oh, there's game 3, but where's game 2? Because YouTube has a tendency of doing that, at least to me. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. That just gives you news about what I'm casting, when I'm casting, and when I go live on Twitch.tv. I don't know why I keep calling it Justin TV. When I go live on Twitch.tv, as well as just, you know, news from the community and things like that. I like to post a lot of things. So, yeah, stick around for game number 2. I'll see you guys then.